I am live. Good evening, everyone. It's 8:10 at night. So before I forget, it's my day 57 of my positive mental attitude challenge. So I can't pass the night without finishing up this day 57. It's understanding emotional triggers. So how's everyone doing? It's Pinky V Carpizo from Pinky V Carpizo Marketing. And again, from Pinky V Carpizo is my profile page. I am running an online business. That's why I come to you for this, how many more days? 33 more days of my positive mental attitude to kind of give you some information, hopefully it inspires you or just something to listen to. So again, I'm running an online business. I've been doing this online business for 3 years and I think 3 months. So I am a registered nurse here in California. I am a mother for adult children. I am a grandmother, a wife, and a daughter to my mom. So today it's already March 6th, if I get it right. And tomorrow I work. So tomorrow I still do per diem nursing. And right now I'm doing per diem, but hopefully I could do additional one more day because I'm running an online business and it doesn't take much to run an online business. All you do is, you have to be in the computer or in your phone. And since this has been run for 3 years, I feel like it's seated. There's online training 24/7, and we have Zoom meetings and podcasting with business partners. To run an online business, you really, it's up to you how to run it. But we have a 24/7 online training that we follow. So this is one of the ways for me to come live to you and share with you my online business. But today I want to dive into the day 57 of my um, positive mental attitude challenge. So today's understanding emotional triggers. As you know, I'm an intensive care nurse for 26 years. I'm a nurse going on 37 years. So in my career, I have seen a lot of emotions, not only of nurses, doctors, and patients. So part of studying as a nurse is you learn the psychology of a human being, and um, the reaction of every patient is different. The reaction of every nurse is different. In anybody in any given life, we react to emotional triggers differently. And it gets better as we get older. We pick and choose which one we want to dive in and handle, or we want to even focus our attention on. So today it is actually being able to know and share with you the highs and lows of our emotions and how we react and how we handle them. So in my experience, like there is a lot of in the healthcare industry, at least in ICU, when you come in as an ICU nurse or as a dialysis nurse, it's already like a highly stressed job because you handle life. You deal with people that is going through something, some emotional triggers, or some they're not in their peak health. As you know, balance means we are in this equilibrium. When we are sick or we are going through stress, life is imbalance. The trigger, that equilibrium is not in a straight line. So it's either flip on the side or on the flip high or flip low. So some people have a different coping mechanism on how to handle emotional stress or emotional triggers. Others don't. Other gets anxious. Others just uh, slash out easily or internalize, and then that's showing physical symptoms in their body if they're not able to cope with emotions that they cannot handle. As I've always said, you know life gives us a lot of triggers. So it's really like even business, like handling a business, dealing with people, everyday talk with any human being can either give you an elated, happy emotions, or it can either give you a depressing emotion. Or if you're a highly I would say, like me, sometimes I'm OCD. I want to do things this way, and if emotionally is not going my way, I've learned how to step back and say, wait, I don't want to focus on that emotion. I don't want to deal with that. That would affect my whole day. So being able to control your triggers and being able to deal with those triggers is a big way of your coping mechanism, and it builds through time. And I think, there's so many ways for us as human beings to be able to learn ourselves and be able to Google or YouTube or enroll yourself in a way on how to, if it's that severe, on how to handle emotional triggers. But if you're strong minded and highly able and capable to control their emotion, it grows in time as we get old. We learn how to, as a little child, they get frustrated easily. 2 years old, their favorite word when they're 2 years old is no, 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 no. Their yes can also be a no. So and then they learn how to handle their emotions by us as adult talking to them, and give them the scenario or giving them option. This is how it is. And then when they become 7 years old, they are exposed to school, and school will tell them, this is how you handle emotions. This is how you sports will tell them how to handle winning and how to handle losing. So emotions is a very healthy aspects of our psychological health. The emotions now trigger has to be is learned through growth and development, and learn through exposure to people, learn knowing that we're not the center of the world. There's other people around us. Controlling our emotions, even our hate emotion, our love emotion, our deep emotional involvement, our um, winning winning desires to win, or our ability to handle loss, is controlled by us through the coping mechanism we learn every day. So there is a lot of emotions, and it's healthy. It's beautiful human being we are. We have to have emotions. Those when I was remember when I was doing my psychiatric rotation in Manila, in University of Santo Tomas, the most I was staying in a dorm, and when I went to the psychiatric rotation, I had a, how would I say, I was traumatized because there's one patient who had a catatonic disease, or psychiatric disease, where some was just like, when they get to have triggers of anxieties, they become catatonic. They look like they don't want to move. So it's like a part of their coping until until they get old. They lost the inability as they're growing up to cope with stressors. And there's ones that was slashing out and getting angry and angry and angry. And when I was in the dorm, I took a nap, and they were knocking. My dorm mates and my landlady was knocking at my door. They actually have to climb up the fire hydrant to open my window to wake me up. That's how traumatized I was with getting exposed to the psychiatric ward, because it's not a norm when they are already in those heavy triggers of not being able to cope with emotional imbalance. Part of it, they also have, I truly believe, there's some imbalances in our body when they go through psychiatric, emotional off balance. There's also other diseases other than just emotional diseases, anxieties, depressions. There's also deep-seated psychiatric diseases that is. But as it is very important as we are raising children, if they have predisposing genetic predisposition for psychosocial or psychiatric diseases, the coping mechanism has to be looked at and learned. How can we develop their helmet of ability to cope with emotional triggers, be it highs or lows. We could be hyperly happy, elated, and then there are days that when the weather sometimes we get affected by weather. Like it's raining today, I wasn't able to walk. Uh, it is like when it can affect moods. But again, as you get older, you're able to shrug it out. What, it's raining, what else am I going to do? Read, listen to music. I think is the food of the soul. Music and any activities that can make you busy can get rid of those, emotional highs and lows. I was telling my daughter, music is the food of the soul, and depends on how your brain is. Like, you want to listen to very noisy, loud sound to be able to express that energy, that anger, then you listen to rock and roll, or to something that's gonna get that anger emotion out of you. But if you're feeling like you're in love, you're going to listen to love songs. If you're feeling like you want to be uh, having a meditation with the Lord, you listen to something that is, that is calming. Or if you just want to shut the world, you zen with music that is feeding the soul. So I feel that music has a lot to do also with emotional ability to cope with emotions, and of course coping mechanism. If you feel like you can't stay in doing the same thing over and over, like this online business, get out of that. That grind of sitting in the computer, so you won't get burned out. So emotions has a lot to do with our lives and how we handle things and how we cope. But we can also control emotions by being able to find and adapt ourselves with tools on how to cope with our lows and highs, weathers and other triggering factors, like family events, situation, deaths in the family, marriage in the family. Those can give us like a high emotions, and then we can also have low emotion. But it's very, very important to have equilibrium in our life, no matter what situation we are at. And we have to have control of our emotions, because at the end of the day, emotions can kill, emotion can hyperinflate, emotion can fake what we have inside, what's going on. By having a grip on how to cope with those emotions, we get a better chance of being balanced with our lives. So I think that's an understanding emotional triggers, is knowing when we're going to have a trigger. Like, women have special triggers, precisely every single day of the month, and they have mood swings, they have hormonal imbalances, and I feel men also have a more hormonal hormonal imbalance. I feel like, being a nurse for a long time, I've seen all these patient men and women, and I always say, when it's full moon, be careful. There could be moody man in the house, or moody woman in the house. Or when it's raining, or when the blood pressure is high, or when you failed a test, or when you haven't nicked your schedule, or when you had a bad day at work. Those are emotional triggers, but we have to learn how to control those emotional triggers. And I feel also nutrition is very important, as when the kids went to school, and a lot of kids in college go into depression and a lot of high expectation. I feel, I was telling the kids, they can be affected by nutritional imbalance, nutritional imbalance, hormonal imbalance. Everyone goes through tides when they become 7 years old, 8 years old, 11 years old, teens, 18 years old, 20 years old, 27 years old. Everyone wants to marry at 27. And then we become adult, when we go through marriage, and happy times of marriage, sad times of marriage, we can be imbalanced with all the triggers of uh, tests and tribulations and failures, or the happiness of marriage, having children. And then we become 50 years old, we look at ourselves, like the Sigmund Freud, different age specific triggers. We have to know what are this, like in nursing, we have to know the specific age group. We have to know how they behave when they be 0 to 2, 3 to 4, 3 to 5, teenagers, young adults, old people. We have to know their age specific needs. It's the same as we have to know, as a human being, what are the specific needs of us in raising the children, being in life, having business partners. What age group are they? What are their vibes? How do they want to, how do they normally respond to environment, or how do they normally respond to old people and to young people? Sometimes they build themselves a strata, or a group that they want to just be in that group. They want to be in the group when they're 18 years old. They want to be a group when they're 20s. They want to be only in a group when they're 30s, 36, 40s, 50s. They want to have they belong to a group, and in so doing they're able to cope with their emotional triggers specific to their age group. So I think that's what it is, and basically it's just letting us know that this day 57 of passive mental attitude is we keep our mental attitude positive by being able to understand our emotional triggers and being able to cope with our highs and lows, and by giving us all the us as we get through the age specific that we have to be able to be equipped as we get from childbirth, from being a baby to a child, being able to be equipped with tools and mechanism, self mechanism to be able to cope with triggers of our emotional highs and lows, ups and downs, happy and not, depression and not, in specific to age group. So that's my take on that, at least as a nurse, as a mom, as a business partner, as a wife, as a daughter, and as a business partner. So my name again is Pinky V. Carpizo. I'm running an online business, www.pinkycarpizo.com. If you are burned out nurse like me, another trigger that made me look into another source of income and another way to enjoy life in my mid 50s, a death changed my life coming over from the Philippines to the United States, and massive pandemic changed my life by looking for something as a burnout nurse to make my life better. So those emotional triggers, using my heart and my brain to make decision by diving into the online business, that has changed my life. So I am currently a prelim nurse. I was able to take a pause in nursing for 6 months because of this online business, and triggered by the desire to make a change. So if you are ready to make a change in your life, and you're just like me, I used to work two or three jobs to be able to make ends meet and work long hours, or make work long hours to be able to make extra income for the family, or to meet an obligation as a nurse. And I just felt that it's too much and it's burning me out. So I was able to and prayed hard for this online business. And other than the tax write off, it benefits nurses and healthcare and anybody who's in the industry who is doing this online business. Nurses, doctors, physical therapists, realtors, sales, stay at home mom, retirees, name it. People have lost their job, 18 years old and above can do this business. So if you're looking for a change and to build up time and financial freedom, generational wealth, and a desire to retire early, log on my website. I have a free information to teach you how and let you know and let you come into this online business that has changed my lives and hundreds and thousands of lives. So it's guaranteed that you will be able to look at the private online business community by first watching a free webinar, www.pinkycarpizo.com. Join me with a nominal fee, guaranteed refundable in 30 days, just to study a business. And I invite you to our free community, to our free online business community, and you'll see the testimony of the people who are making massive income, affiliating ourselves with a 51-year-old company that pays us massive commission, and affiliating with a company that teaches us how to run this business. So I invite you again to watch a free webinar, www.pinkycarpizo.com. Today, Tuesday and Thursday is a free webinar. We just finished that. And Wednesday is our free training when you get to be a business owner. So no worries. If you feel like you're busy, this is for you. If you feel like you don't know what you're doing, this is for you. I was in the same spot as you were. I didn't know what I was doing. I was so busy. I just needed a change. So if you need a change, come join me. I'm a coach and a mentor in this online business. www.pinkycarpizo.com is a way to get you into my business. So thank you for tuning in. Again, I made it to my day 57 of my passive mental attitude challenge. Understanding emotional trigger is important in everyday dealing and everyday ways of life. So God bless everybody. Have a great night. And tomorrow is work day for me as a nurse. And I hope you follow me, you message me, you connect with me, and you continually stay with me. God bless everybody.